So fission tax. So tax we can define for country specific. Each country separate tax system is there. Okay. So, and one more thing you need to remember, fission tax, the generic standard one. That means whatever setups we are going to discuss now, these setups we have to configure for all countries. But that is not enough. Again, each country separate tax system is there. It's called a country localization. India localization. Europe localization. Canada separate localization is there. Means along with these setups, you need to perform localization setups be specific. But in the classroom, we are discussing setups which are suitable for all countries. That is standard setups. Okay. And two types of taxes we have: direct tax, indirect tax. What is direct tax? Example, income tax. So that means government is collecting, tax department collecting directly from taxpayer. Income tax, property tax, that is. Indirect tax. This is also will collect taxpayer only, but not directly, indirectly, based on the usage. For example, GST. Which one? GST. So if you use 100 rupees talk time, your mobile is there. Well, if you use 100 rupees talk time, then 18% GST is there. Then how much you are paying tax? 100 rupees talk time? 18 rupees. How much? 18. In case if you use 1000 rupees talk time monthly, then how much you are paying GST tax? 180 rupees. So that means based on the usage, tax will be collected. So that is only GST or sales tax, service tax, various things. Okay. So based on the usage, tax will be collected. That is indirect tax. Now, we have a hierarchy here to configure tax. So, like enterprise structure, we have a one structure. First, what is there? Party. Party, nothing but a legal entity, company. That is legal entity. Then, party, legal entity will register with the tax authority, tax department. That is tax regime, GST authority, GST department. This tax regime have a taxes, various type of taxes. CGST, central GST, state GST, IGST, interstate GST. Okay. And this tax have a status. Tax status used to group the taxes. Tax status is to group the taxes. So then we have a tax jurisdictions. Jurisdiction means geographical area, state you can say. Tamil Nadu one state, Karnataka one state, Andhra Pradesh one state, Telangana one state. So each state, each geographical area, that is state I have taken here. Each state have a separate tax rate. Separate tax rate. Maybe same or different also. Like Tamil Nadu one rate, Karnataka one rate, AP one rate, Telangana state one rate. Then state will be calculated based on tax rules, based on the tax rules, bill to location, ship to location, like that. So In Fusion Tax, basic setups mean you need to perform these setups now. So step 1, create tax regime. Already legal entity created. Create tax regime. This is navigation. So settings and actions, setup and maintenance. Then setup financials, transaction tax, manage tax regimes. Click on plus button. P48 tax regime. Country. You can defining tax at which level? Country level you can define tax zone. Tax zone means South India zone, North India zone, like that. So I'm defining at country level. Country name, India, as of. Then start date, today's date. So after that, tax inclusive method. Select standard inclusive handling. That means tax is included within the price only. For example, 1,000 rupees is the price. In that 1,000 rupees only, 1,000 rupees is the price. In that 1,000 rupees only, tax also is there. That is standard inclusive. So tax, price, everything included in the 1,000 rupees. So the inclusive tax I'm selecting. Now scroll down. We need to associate as per this. Need to associate our party legal entity with the tax regime. So here configuration options, party name, P48, meters, configuration tax rule, party specific configuration, then effective start date, third, that you can enter today. Then save and close. Done. Now, so while create a tax regime, create tax. Creating tax only, tax status, jurisdiction, tax rate also will create. So that means along with the tax, you are creating all these things. Even tax rules also you will create. Okay. So set up financials, transaction tax, manage taxes. Select tax regime, select and add. Click on apply and go to task. Country name P48, India. Or you can enter any field you can enter. P48. Then search. Select P48 tax regime. Save and close. Okay. Then sorry, we didn't create it, right? You no need to enter this thing. Directly what you can do, click on manage taxes. Then once you enter, directly you can see create. We are creating now. Click on create button. Tax regime and our company name, owner, P48 Tata Motors Limited. So what is the tax? P48 tax. You can enter CGST, tax name, or sales tax, anything you can enter. Then tax type, select sales tax. Then come to the tax information, geographic name, type, country. After that, come to the here tax rules and defaults tab. Save it. Then come to the tax rules and defaults tab. Then here you can see tax applicable or not. Yes, it is applicable. Tax is applicable. So you can enable. Again, save it. Then come to the indirect defaults. Place cursor on tax jurisdiction. Click on create default. Okay, first, yeah, one by one. Tax status you can create first. Then create default. Tax status. Then just to create a tax, because already tax regime is there. Your legal entity is there. Tax. Create grouping the tax. Save and close. Place cursor on tax jurisdiction. Click on create default. Then P48 tax jurisdiction. Prediction. Geographic country. Geography India. Scroll down. Your ledger associated already, business unit, tax liability account. Okay. Then here you no need to enter anything. Save and close. After that, place cursor on the tax rate. Go to create default. Select here tax status. Then P48 tax rate. It is percentage, and whether it is applicable for all order to cash, procure to pay, which cycle. All cycle or single cycle, that you can select it. But I am selecting only as of now procure to pay cycle. Then come to the rate percentage, 10%. Effective start date, that is here. Then save it. Only it is applicable for procure to pay cycle. Save and close. Okay. Now we need to create, we have created this thing, then save and close. Done. So we have created tax, status, judicial, rate, rules also. Tax is applicable. That is also created. Next. Step 3. Create configuration owner tax option. Configuration owner tax options. So set up financial transaction tag. So all task. Main is configuration owner tax options. Then click on plus button. Who is the owner? Legal entity. 48 Tata Motors Limited. And this tax is going to apply which event? AP invoice, right? P2P cycle. Prepayment or which one? I'm going to apply. I want to calculate for standard invoice. Standard invoice payables. Then here you can select STC standard tax classification codes. Then start date you can enter. Save and close. Done. Next. So step 3 also completed. Create location. Step 4. Create location. So set up financials, enterprise profile, show all task, manage locations, create. Already you created this location during business unit enterprise structure, but here again I am creating because it's a new server. That is the reason. Name P48 Bangalore. India. Okay. So I'm just creating, enabling whatever default is there, accepting, save and submit, directly submit. Say yes. Okay. Done. So location also created. Next, assign location to supplier site assignment. navigation, navigator, procurement, suppliers, task, manage suppliers, 148, Sony Limited, edit, sites tab, edit, site assignment. Here you can enter P48, Bangalore. Then save and close. Save and close. Done. It's completed. Now, once you have done all these setups, you need to enable tax for simulation and transaction. Final setup, last setup. So, navigator. Okay, settings and actions, setup and maintenance. Okay. Set up financials, transaction tax, manage taxes. Then regime level, tax regime code, P48. Click on search, select tax, go to edit. And then you need to enable simulation. Right side top. Once it is enabled, save it, go and test it. After testing, if it is working successfully, come back, enable. But I am enabling both at a time. Okay. Save and close. Done. Create invoice in AP. Navigator, payables, invoices, task, invoices, create invoice. P48, per unit, 148. One lakh. Amount 1 lakh. Account. Then Okay, then save it. Invoice actions, validate. Okay, so tax not calculated. Because if you perform setup in the vision operations, demo organization, Oracle, which defined same setups, you will get result. But when it's come to our own business unit, we are not getting that, need to check in the server. Okay. So